Oh, hello? Oh, stupid. Sorry, guys. Yep, no sounds. Oh, can't even get that right these days. Yeah, so Fubo with an 18% day after what looks like a pop up coming out of some lows here. All these EVs are still up at the top. FUV, Solo coming in a little bit. There's XPEV. Tesla's still doing good too. Still, Tesla still hasn't broken its trend. That trend's still intact. Hey, what's up, Frank? Yeah, with Bitcoin going nuts, man, I had to go extreme stream on real crypto. Bitcoin was just going too crazy. Sometimes you got to spend time with one kid. Sometimes you got to spend time with another kid. It's a good way to look at it, I guess. You think I'm short in Tesla? uh, I did everything. All in on short Tesla. That's right. This week, I bought 500 strike puts for this week. It's going down. NIO. Yeah, NIO. What you got, Blay? Yeah, usually when there's an event, a hyped event of some kind, there's usually a sell the news. I think that's what you saw yesterday. Wasn't too bad though. I mean, overall, it still was up pretty significantly. But I don't know. I mean, the EVs really are kind of where it's at. You got to keep in mind that is a huge industry that is completely being remodeled. And I think that's really what keeps them going. It's not like this is 3D printing. Remember when 3D printing was big? Speaking of 3D printing, what's 3D Systems up to? Wow, it's actually holding up here. Jeez, that's amazing. Um, when 3D printing was coming up, it was like it was gonna do all this crazy stuff, and but if you like looked at the numbers in reality, it was just doing small stuff. EVs are the opposite of that. They're like, everyone was buying a 3D printer, and it was super easy to do. Oddly enough, because it's not super easy to do. Chinese electric vehicle XPEV secured a credit line of 2 billion from the Chinese banks to expand manufacturing and sales. Cool. Completely bearish and warned us to sell everything and the farm. That wasn't a dream, Blair. That wasn't a dream. Plug power. Jesus, Mother of Mary. Holy crap. Looks like I should have held my hodl position from from 2011. I'd have been profitable 10 years later. Holy crap. Look at those gaps. Signed an MOU to launch a 50-50 joint venture. Darn it. Based in France by the end of 2021. Eight, half one. I'm guessing half one. $60 price target. And they're at 62. My goodness, man. Do I still have plug? I used to have plug for a long time. I thought it was like, I mean, I was super early. I was like 10 years early, but I had plug like 10 years ago. Yeah. I think it was during this run or this run, but then it just kept going lower and lower. Oh, you lose track of a stock after, let's just say 8 years. Yeah, it's pretty extended, Frank. It's pretty extended. These are, yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it's kind of cool to see alternative infrastructure finally going in. Does everyone realize this is all due to Elon Musk? Like every single little bit of it. The whole EV thing, all this alternative energy, it's all Elon Musk. I mean, yeah, we were slowly getting there in a slow trickle, like 20% a year increase, which was fine. But then Elon comes along and now we're doing like 50, 60%. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. DocuSign may launch off at some point. Looking at that kind of big long base that's trending up, oddly enough. NIU looking breaking out right there. Uber breaking out. DXY changing trend. Yeah, I don't even know if, yeah, maybe it was oil, Ellie, or maybe no one just believed. I mean, think about Tesla's journey. It legitimately took them 7 to 8 years to get anyone to believe in them after all the stuff Elon was doing. 7 to 8 years, and that was like 3 years ago. And that's when everyone started to think about EVs. And then they actually started, I think it's about 2 years ago when they started doing those, that 5,000 vehicle a week thing. I think that's when they started taking them seriously. But yeah, pretty amazing. All right, sorry, I was cleaning my glasses off. DXY. I'm assuming you're meaning the is DXY the Dow? That's not the dollar, is it? Fubo TV accelerates development of sportsbook. Really? Um, DraftKings was looking pretty good. Speaking of sportsbooks, look at DraftKings. It's not bad. I'm not too mad at it right now. Oh yeah, it's the dollar. Yeah. So here you got a nice base, a nice breakout, and another cup and handle's been forming here on DraftKings. I think this is pretty intriguing. That would be your technical buy point right there at about 55 and almost 56, basically $56. So that would be your technical buy point on DraftKings. I don't think it looks too bad. Imagine in 2 years there will be tourist ships to go around the moon. That would be a scale. Yeah, there may be. As fast as Elon's going, sheesh. He's supposed to do a serial number 9 flight this week or next week. Wednesday. Jeez, is that tomorrow? Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, as early as tomorrow. So I think it was just before Christmas. Just before Christmas, they ended up launching serial number 8. And now they're doing serial number 9 like 2 weeks later. That's crazy. Love it. It's amazing. Where's it at? Yeah. So, yeah, it's supposed to be very soon. It's supposed to be very, very soon. Yeah, it's on the launch pad, Rob. It's on the launch pad. That thing's like ready to go. NIO. I don't know if it's that specific video you're talking about, but I did see some NIO stuff about their sedan that they came out with. RWLK? Which one's that one? Oh yeah, that's pretty. What are these guys? Rewalk? Oh, the robotics. Dude, I heard Boston Dynamics got bought by Hyundai for $1 billion. I think that's kind of bullshit, to be honest with you. One of the best robotics companies in the planet going to Korea. kind of annoying. Yeah, this is looking fairly good. Yeah, I don't know, Ellie. I really have no idea. Aren't they publicly traded? They were at one point. No, they're not publicly traded. They were at one point, I thought. That's what I saw. That's just what I saw. Yeah, Korea's not bad. Nvidia broke out yesterday. Yeah, Nvidia had a good day yesterday. It's an early breakout, not a traditional breakout, so they could still flounder around for a while. But the volume signature here is there's definitely interest in Nvidia. NIO announced that they were doing their chips with Nvidia. Um, they bought ARM, which does all of the chip making stuff, but that deal's not going to close for a long time. So I mean, Nvidia may be getting started, but it's super early, super early. Yeah, they bought them from SoftBank Group. Yeah, SoftBank Group owned them, and then they sold to Nvidia for like $40 billion or equivalent. All right, Tesla 4%, still within trend. Tesla's still well within trend. Net up here 1.75. APHA here looking like it's trying to get through a long-term turnaround breakout. It's already kind of on its way a little bit here from the daily time frame. That one could be ready to go. All right, Nasdaq basically flat. We're down pretty good yesterday, but volume declined, which is nice. So they're, very likely rebalancing their portfolio due to the Georgia elections. You have to keep in mind the most bullish political ecosystem for stocks is a Democratic president with a mixed House and Senate, but now it's all Democratic, so that's going to change things. Um, and so I think that they're rebalancing a little bit. Hence some of the big volume days recently, in my opinion at least. MJs are going. MJ not too bad. Holding APHA. Yeah, I definitely don't think it's the worst stock to hold. It looks pretty good. Let's take a look at some of the MJs, CGC, some of the older ones there. Okay, back pretty significantly. And then Tilray trying to bounce back. Not as good as CGC though. CGC is on the weekly chart, especially looking really good comparatively. AITX getting ready for more. I still have this thing. Yeah, it could be. I need to get rid of that one spike. It's killing my screen here. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I don't mind AITX at all. I still have some. My however many hundreds of shares I bought for next to nothing. All right, DocuSign. Good volume. I wonder if it's finally trying to extend. It's been tough. They've had a couple of big updates like this that ended up doing nothing. So a little difficult to buy based on some of that some of that upward trending resistance. Fiverr. Oh wow, there you go. Fiverr trying to extend up. PLL on the upswing. Not bad. Let's take a look at the big caps. Take a look at Apple. Stagnant. Microsoft. Most of these big caps don't look like they want to go up. I'm just saying. There's Amazon. I'm not sure why Amazon would go down. I mean, the whole world's still running on it. So, getting really down close to this lower trend line. Um, the Nasdaq though, we're sitting right up here towards all-time highs still, while Amazon and Apple are still basing big time. Apple with a cup and handle, and Amazon with that symmetrical triangle. Yeah. Then you look at Microsoft, which doesn't look as good. Looks like it's trying to break lower right now. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to. I don't know. Pretty mixed situation right now, which doesn't make for a super bullish market. Well, like I said, Tesla's still holding up really well, holding up all trends. There's space. Our space is finally done going lower here. We formed another little curl. Another little roundabout, trying to get back up here to 35 probably. Oh, Carvana. All these guys are just trudging higher. Most of our leaders are doing fine. Even Uber's extending up a little bit after a small base. Somehow Plastic Shoes is just going for it. Look at that run. That's a 10x in like 9 months. 7.5 to 77. Jeez. Roku killing it. Restoration Hardware slow but steady. And Baidu try to get to new highs. Look at that, fulfilling the measured move after kind of a choppy run. There's the measured move for Baidu. It actually got there. Jeez, wow. Support of the 10-day moving average. That was pretty, that's impressive. All right, Polaris trying to break out of a lower resistance area around a long-term turnaround. AQB not bad. Stalled a little bit at the prior high, but so far able to hold the lows. Regeneron. FLGT. Cena. Very green recently. Very, very green. Yeah, ever since that little breakout. You see my trend line right there on Cena. Should have listened to it. Thing was just gone. All right, NASDAQ down right now, 0.3. Let's go see what's not working today. PLNHF. Still kind of basing. It's not a horrible day. GDLC back down after finally going from 15 to 35. Back down to 24 real quick. Lemonade finally stalling a little bit. Hope you guys got this one. Hope you guys got Lemonade out of that little base right there. I botched that one. I ended up never buying it. Saw it super early that day too. Then did Power Hour, came back and it was way gone. NIO pulling in, Peloton, Skyworks, Visa failed breakout. ServiceNow, INSG. It's like all the money's going into electric cars. That's really what it seems like. Royal Caribbean breaking down a little bit. DraftKings. Nvidia pulling down from from the highs here. Volume is pretty low though. Volume isn't really expansive. So the problem is if the indexes start rolling over and all of these mega caps can't put in anything big, then it's going to be a problem. Nvidia won't be able to slow down, or Nvidia won't be able to basically pull everything up. Not by itself, by a long shot. taking a look at distribution days, we've got 4 on the S&P, 3 on the Nasdaq. So we're not really heavy distribution days, but we're definitely pulling in. AMD down as well. Nvidia, that means Soxel is likely to be down too. Soxel's just been on a massive tear. Hmm. All right, Fubo 13. So yeah, a little bit of nerves right here, guys, in the market. It looks like. I mean, XPEV. Some of these EV things are just killing it. Very Fine Foods looking good. Carvana. I don't know, I'm not. Nothing's like screaming out at me. Tech is not the move it seems. 2021. Yeah, well, you got to think all those guys are pretty tech heavy. Oh, Sheldon Adelson dies at 87. Wow. Yeah, it could be, Rob. And it's been pretty choppy so far. Not a bad chop. I mean, it's kind of been like an upward chop, but it hasn't been a major bull market as we've seen. Definitely a much different environment. Unless you're in these EVs, XPEV looks really good down here. Yeah, it is pretty much a nothing day, but I like this XPEV chart. Any use Spice, Very Fine Foods, Tesla. Let's go to the global watch list. Oh yeah, Etsy had some good earnings, and they're blasting off. Gas log after being destroyed. Yeah, look at that volume on gas log. Coming down from 23 to 2 back to 5. Yeah, we haven't really done much on energy. DocuSign, INMD, AMC Theaters right back at that 2. That 2 appears to be a floor for them, and it looks like that better hold. If that 2 doesn't hold, then AMC's in big trouble. Good question. Cyber, CYBR looking really good. That's definitely a long-term turnaround play. That's pretty. That looks really nice. That's going to the actionable list. Gold and silver. Gold rolling over. SLV. Um, almost looks like maybe making a weird inverted head and shoulders. Yeah, this gold cycle seems odd. Yeah, it could be, Ellie. I mean, I can't argue against that with Bitcoin just rocketing up so much and gold's like, eh. Yeah, they could be. Definitely could have changed a paradigm. Stops got hit in the TQs. Hmm. Yeah, a little tight. IAC, look at that. Beautiful. THO looks pretty nice right there. Look at that. Got a nice horizontal resistance is pegging up there right at like the 103 to 105. Not bad. Jeez, Noah. Talk about can't stop, won't stop. MMP looking really good with a pretty broad cup and handle. Very broad cup and handle. What does this guy do? Magellan? Okay. Pipeline operator. These guys are pipeline operators. Could be trading some oil. Funko. Look at that. Funko looks really nice right here. Primed for a pocket pivot. Yeah, Funko could be a go on a pocket pivot. It ain't going anywhere, Ellie. You don't live here. Who cares? If there's a string of dog murders in San Fran, I know who to go talk to. I'm just saying. SOI looks pretty good down here. FCell going crazy? I'd call that pretty crazy. Yeah, I haven't touched this guy once. There's Blink 2. Blink poking at those highs. Man, so dry. I didn't realize a bunch of blue space on my screen right there. I can get more chart space. Yay. All right. Hey, guys, I'm going to bounce. I'm going to get out of here. Yeah, kind of a nothing day in the markets. But yeah, I think choppy for the foreseeable future is probably in our cards, and is definitely not going to be as bullish as we've seen. So it's really going to have to, yeah, it's going to be difficult to really figure out the main themes unless you're jumping on these EVs, which are just massively up. I think XPEV maybe trying to buy some of these in some lows could be good. NIU brand new highs, PLL. Fiverr's doing really good. Fiverr really hasn't stopped in DocuSign space. So I like the CyberArk chart. This looks really good too. My favorite news source. I kind of don't even have one, to be honest with you. I get some news from Slack whenever guys post something. Sometimes I'll hear something on the radio. Um, Sometimes I see something on Reddit or Twitter, and then I'll Google it, and then I'll go to CNN, then I'll go to Fox News, and then I usually forget about it. um, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little disenfranchised with the whole segment. I hate to say it, I really do, but I'm politics is just so overbearing. It's too much, just too much. So I really don't participate much anymore, except for what I see floating around the ecosphere. So very fine foods. Yeah, it is doing good actually. Yeah, nice bounce off the 50 day. That worked out really well. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have a good day. I will see you all tomorrow. Financial news, kind of the same thing. Bleh. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. I mean, I do go to CNBC. I go to investors.com, FinViz. There's a news section here. They all pull from the AP, so it's pretty much all the same news, but it just depends where I'm at in the moment. You know, Rob will post an article in the in the Slack chat room under our stocks. So again, just kind of varied sources. Yeah, try to pull a little bit from everywhere. All right, guys, have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.